So today's hack is going to involve taking this LED lamp from Poundland. It's currently running about 10 watts, and we're going to reduce the output of it down from 10 watts to more like about 3 watts output, 4 watts output, which will have the effect of obviously making it dimmer, but also making it last probably for years and years and years, because they're made to burn at a very high rating, which burns them out and they get hot inside. So we've got to open it up, desolder it. This is not something you can do unless you're experienced with soldering in electronics, but I'll show it to you anyway. What to do is to remove the top from the bottom here, and this is all just plastic on these ones, and I have already run a knife around here and broken the seal. But basically what happens is you can actually now push this back, just one-handed on this for a moment. That just pops off there, which I'll be re-soldering that back on later. And there we see the inside of the unit with the LEDs around the outside. Now what you can see on here, what we're looking at is that resistor R1 bottom left hand corner, tiny little black thing soldered on there. There's nothing soldered on R2, and we're going to change the value of that resistor. It's currently a 15 ohm one. What we're going to do is we're going to increase it to a 47 ohm resistor, which will have the effect of really cutting the power down to about a third. But I'll light it up first as it is, and I'll light it up. You won't tell because obviously the camera will self-adjust, but I'll show you what we're going to do to get the full effect of this. But I thought I'd show one with it before and one with after anyway. Okay, so we're going to remove that R1 resistor. We're just going to cut it off with a pair of snips, and we're going to solder the new one onto the R2 pads that are there with a bit of solder. Here is our new resistor that we're going to use, and I've just got to cut it down to size. One snip with the snips, and that is now off. We can just take that one off and discard that, and now we're going to solder the new resistor onto those two pads that are there, and that should be our project complete. Okay, so not one of the best soldering jobs I've ever done, but it's on there and attached to the pads. We'll now go and test it out. Is it complete? You have to take it from me, my word for it, because you won't tell because of the auto exposure on the camera here, but it is a lot dimmer than it was, so, and running a lot cooler, so it'll now last many years. Project completed. Well, there's the second one done. I did a bit of a neater job on this one, and I've soldered it a little bit more delicately, just much better job.